first guest is without a doubt one of Hollywood's biggest superstars. She's currently starring in the #1 movie in the country, Shrek 2. Please welcome Cameron Diaz.
Really good. Besides looking really good, she smells really good.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. You smell good too.
I do?
I don't know. I just...
Beg to differ.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
That is fabulous.
Thank you.
And it's kind of what it is it's summery and yet winter fabric.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Is it? I don't understand
that. It's not
that.
any of my own, what do they call this? The Scottish, oh, it has my cat's hair on it. What is it? It's not plaid, but tartan.
Tartan?
Tartan. It's not mine. It's not my family tartan.
Oh, there's a certain tartan.
Yes, every family has their own tartan. But why are we talking about that?
Because we want to.
Yes, this is true.
But I want to know about that. Why wouldn't you be wearing your own? Whose tartan is that?
This is Louis Vuitton's tartan, apparently.
Oh, I see.
Their family.
That's really nice. Yeah. But what I don't understand, it's short sleeve and very little covering you up right there.
Yeah.
But yet it's a warm. It's like.
You know what it is? It's a neck wrap right here that really saves your, saves it for the warmth.
Yeah.
Because you could be completely open right now.
You could, not me. Yeah. But it's like a sleeveless turtleneck. I don't understand those things. Like, isn't it? What's the point of that?
Well, there is I wear often like a tank top and then I take a scarf around my neck because it keeps you warm. If you keep, it's sort of that heads, toes, neck. If you keep all those things
But
warm,
these are extremities too. What about then wear gloves?
Those you just sit on like that.
Oh.
Or like this.
Uh-huh.
Like that.
That's what I do a lot. I'll sit like this.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm playing like $25,000 pyramid or something and I can't use my hands. Yeah. I do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, hey, congratulations. What a fantastic thing to be a part of such a huge, and rarely sequels are better than the first, and it is, isn't it?
I'm so proud of this film. I'm so proud to be a part of it. I mean, my part of it is very small. I mean, the voices, we do it over a couple of days, and then they send it off to these guys who spend 3 years animating it, and they really do the acting in it, because they...
How long did you work on this?
Well, I went in and I did one day, like a half a day, probably like 4 or 5 hours, and I did half the film, the voice of the film, and then a year later, I went back and I did another like 5 hours and did the second half of the film, and then they finish it. They're the actors. The animators just kind of draw these characters and create the livelihood of it. And
that's how I shoot this show. I'll do the voice, and then they piece it together later on.
They piece it together, right? Yeah.
Well, Shrek 2. We're talking. Sometimes I just assume everybody knows what I'm talking about, and I shouldn't do that. Shrek 2 is the movie we're talking about. But when I did Finding Nemo, I worked throughout the 3 years.
Right.
It was like...
Did you have to sync up to your animation,
Oh, no.
though?
Did you?
Yeah, no, neither did we.
No.
I think that's what makes it so easy.
And did you like doing it?
I loved it.
You do?
I do. I mean, it's so much fun. It's so much, you just go in there and you know, and
Yeah.
make all these faces, and nobody sees them except for when you come here and do it.
Right.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I didn't picture you making those faces
when I was doing piano, no.
Have you seen the doll yet?
I haven't seen the doll.
I haven't.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you really haven't seen it?
I really have not seen it.
This is it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me see her. Fiona. She's awesome.
Yeah, she...
Don't you always wonder, you have to know what is underneath there. It's her.
That's the family's
Careful,
tartan.
careful. Yeah, that's the family's tartan.
So no, because I think it's a great message. I think the movie is so important for that's why I love movies like
mankind.
Yes, that's why I think movies like this. I'm happy when they're successful because they have a good message.
The message is, I mean, because I don't read a script. I don't know what the film really is doing, what the other characters are doing or what the real story ends up being at the end of it. So when I see the film, when all of us see the film, like Mike and Eddie, everybody, we see it for the first time as well. We just saw it like a month ago, so we get to be fans of the film as well. And when I first saw it, and I watched it, and I saw that the message was just, it's so timely, talking about loving yourself and accepting yourself and loving and accepting others for who they are. It's, being able to love yourself, that's where your happiness begins. And you don't need anything outside of that. You can't buy anything. You can't buy anything that I own, or I can't buy anything that you own that's going to make me happier. You're never going to be happy unless you're happy with yourself. And that's such a wonderful message. It's so timely, especially how obsessed we are with like materialism in this country and our society.
Yeah.
It's just, we're really hurting ourselves. We're really kind of digging ourselves a hole.
Absolutely, and I really do. I love when there are messages like that, and it's smart, and it's for people of all ages.
Yeah.
Kids like it, and it starts teaching them to think and be smart and get smart humor early on. It's like what I was talking about, that I wish nice would be cool. And
nice is cool.
Yeah.
And it's totally true, too, by the way. The people who think that they're cool are not cool. And the people who think that have no idea how cool they are always the ones that just like shine in the room, and you're like, I think he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he has no idea how cool he is.
Do you think that I'm cool?
I think I think you're cool.
All right, good. I think you're cool, too.
That was really sincere.
Yeah. No. I'll work on it. No, I think you're cool.
They say break.
Yeah, they're saying break. We have to.
Okay, break.
Okay.
And
Break. Battle Cameron Diaz. That's
nothing to do with that bird.
No. I'm sure the bird was going to be fine.
Yeah, the bird's fine.
Totally fine. No animals were hurt in the making of that movie.
That's right.
There's so many surprises in the movie, though. There's a scene when you go back to your bedroom, your childhood bedroom, and there's a poster of Justin Timberlake in the.
I believe it's Sir Justin.
Sir Justin. And you didn't know that they were going to do that? That was a surprise?
It was a surprise. I mean, I'm sure somebody probably told me along the way, like years back.
Yeah.
But years back, I can't even remember
so that was
yesterday.
even before.
Oh yeah.
That was before y'all were together?
Yeah.
Now, how weird is that?
I'm saying it's weird. I'm agreeing.
I thought that they put it in there as a joke, like he surprised you and they asked his permission.
No.
That is like fate, isn't it?
Well, I think so.
Do you call him Sir Justin?
No, but I'm going to start calling him
Yeah, you
Sir
should.
Justin.
He
Certainly.
deserves it.
I'm just going to start calling him Sir.
This is, that's what I call him. This is when y'all first met, right, at the Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
And then you kept it on the down low.
We didn't even meet when we took that picture.
That's amazing.
We hadn't even said hello.
There are rare pictures, and there's this picture of he and I that a lot of people.
Come on. Seriously, like you're the only person that I would actually have this conversation with about Justin at all, because I know your affection for him, and because you pull out things like this, which is just so genius. Because I think every time I've seen your show and you put your face on somebody's body, it's the same face.
Yes.
It's like it's actually like the same picture, right?
Exactly.
It's awesome.
It's exactly. No, I'm just jealous. I'm talking. I adore him.
I know
you
you
know
do.
I adore him.
I
And
know
we were
he
talking.
adores you.
And we were talking about dancing earlier, because you are such a good dancer.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing. And now, but let me just ask you this, and then if you don't want to talk about, we don't have to. But I'm just curious, because like I was a fan of his, before I met him. And then when I met him, I just thought he's adorable, he's funny, he's smart, he's sexy, he's all these things. So, but were you a fan of NSYNC before? Did you notice him, or did you not pay attention?
I had no idea. I never even laid eyes upon him except for that day.
No, you had never seen
NSYNC? I did possibly,
but you didn't take it in?
I didn't take it in, no.
Wow. So you kind of really met him and got his personality when you met him. And
yeah, I just know him for him, you know what I mean? Like, he's hilarious. You know how funny he is. And y'all have seen Saturday Night Live, so.
Yeah.
He's really
Bring
funny.
on down
And of
Almaville.
course, if you bring on down Almaville, of course, if anybody lets their poster be used in, Shrek 2.
Yeah. No, he's just, and the sweetest, kindest guy.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't this so nice that we you get to have the conversation about him? There's somebody on the show now that you could talk to him.
Yeah, because I try to talk to everybody about him, and they won't.
Just gonna say, I try to talk to everybody about him
And
too.
nobody else will. I don't know him, Ellen. I'm married to Melanie Griffith. I don't know who you're talking about. Well, that's great. And so, and he's a lucky guy too, because you're
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank
and
you.
do we have to break again? Really? Wow. I was just
That's a
gonna
whole
ask,
segment of Justin. There you
I
go.
was just going to ask how he was in bed, but we'll be right back. We're back again with Cameron Diaz. All right, so we have all these segments on the show, and we had the woman yesterday that drove the monster truck because of our segment. Oh, yes, you can. Gary,
I
right?
love that.
Isn't that good?
It's good.
All right.
I don't know the words.
Sometimes you just try to figure out the words as you go.
Don't.
And
You're just right behind it.
yeah,
but it's good.
and that never looks good when you hear the word and then say it right
Yeah,
afterwards.
no.
And then you try to pretend like you were just going to say something to somebody.
Yeah.
You ever do that? You know how you cover up when you
Yeah.
say the wrong word?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so here's the thing. We want to make your dream come true. Sean Hayes was on the other day, and he wanted to run the dog agility contest thing.
I love that. It's
And
genius.
what do you want to do?
Well, I just tried to, off the top of my head, what do I want to do? And I want to make cotton candy.
Okay. Now,
That'd be cool.
you've actually thought about this before?
Every time I haven't really, it's not like I dream about it or have like daydream or like consciously think, but every time I see somebody doing that cotton candy, I'm like, wow,
That looks fun.
that looks fun.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Come on.
Oh! You can make it to put on jackets too.
Yeah. I don't know
I'm
which
very,
one.
very excited about
Yeah.
this. I've never, ever, the
Yeah.
jacket, no.
Now, you get a little messy. Have you ever had any lesson on how to do
Nope.
it?
Nope, it's my
Okay.
first time.
All right.
Do you know how to do it?
No.
Awesome, let's try.
All right. So
I think
I think you turn it. You're right.
Right,
That's right.
right.
You turn it. Wow. You've done this before.
No, I haven't.
Wow. Now,
You can catch a little bit. I think I'm like
wait.
not.
I think you're taking a whole lot. Okay. How come it's not making more?
I don't know.
Wait.
Wait.
There. All right. Your thing broke. Yeah. Do another one. And then we can.
What is this exactly?
It's just sugar, I think.
Basically.
It's sugar that just spins around. I guess you could make this in your kitchen.
Whoa!
I bet you could buy one of these for your house.
But this is basically death right here.
Well, no, it's not really. Here, yeah, give them out. All right, so
You're doing really good.
what
there.
you can actually just put your hand in there and do it. Supposedly it's safe.
Really?
Yeah. Would
Who
I
told you that?
Would I put you in danger? Unless I would get just into myself.
That was my first thought.
All right, so Shrek 2 is in theaters everywhere. Everybody in the audience is getting the terrific Shrek 2 soundtrack. Avril Lavigne will perform after this. We'll be right back.